Hello, everybody, and welcome to Manga Reflux. We're doing things a little bit differently than we have been for the past few weeks because, you know what? Once you get past the first few chapters, first handful of chapters of One Piece, it gets a little boring for a while.
Yeah.
It's just getting the band together.
Yeah, you get the introduction of the new characters, but then they have their own arcs that are kind of not interesting. Well, most of them aren't interesting. There is one very specifically that is interesting that we will probably do in its entirety, but the other two kind of not.
Yeah.
We're doing the important bits, which is basically when Usopp shows up and Sanji's backstory, which are the best bits of those arcs. Everything else is kind of meh.
Yeah.
But until then, because we do One Piece after, we're going to start with what we always start with, and since we finished Bleach and Naruto anyway.
My Hero Academia.
Yay! It's that thing, and it starts with a shot of a scene where it's raining and there's a train or a bus or something, and it tells you it's raining.
So this is going back to school after the 2 days of rest they basically got. And people are calling out to Izuku, our little Deku.
Deku!
Hey, bro!
Dude. Your eyes are like the blackest pits of the abyss. I don't like it.
These are the times
I don't
when
like
you see tracks. Smiling evil Bob. And it's like everybody's just saying, you were awesome in the sports festival. You were pretty close too. Top 8, man. You're all cool. We all like you.
Yay.
Deku has friends.
Well, they're not friends.
Friends are fans.
They're not even fans, really. They're just like, they're bandwagon hoppers.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, you don't really get a lot of bandwagon hoppers for people that are in 8th place, in fairness.
But he did
better
pretty
than everybody else.
Show.
Better than everybody else that doesn't have powers, that don't go to that school, that weren't in that tournament, that didn't make it even halfway that far.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like even though he was 8th, he still did put on a really good show.
Mm. And Ida shows up in a raincoat and boots. This is, for some reason, a surprise to Deku.
Because he didn't
rain.
take the train. He just ran all the way.
Oh. Well, he's the speed guy. That's what he does. He runs at like 30 miles per hour, so he's probably faster than the train.
Also, last time he saw Ida, he kind of had a family emergency, so that might be why he's surprised to see him.
Oh, yeah.
And he also looks chipper, somewhat. Relatively. He's in his usual mood.
Mm. Yeah. His brother's not dead, which is, a relief as far as what he knew before when he was leaving.
Still a cop-out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a little bit, I'm not particularly happy about that turn of events. It would have been nice. Well, it wouldn't have been nice, but it would have been appropriate raising of the stakes for someone to die in the pursuit of being a hero.
But, yeah. It's okay.
Then again, this does take a lot of cues from Western comics where no one dies ever. At least not permanently.
Let's... If they're going to kill somebody off, I feel like they're probably going to not do it just off screen. Because then we would have never gotten a chance to see Ingenium and why Ida looks up to him.
I always thought it pronounced Ingenium, but that's me. We've only seen it written. It's fine.
Invisible Girl, I got so embarrassed. Everybody was staring at me so intently. Really? Okay.
Yeah. I got consoled with don't mind calls by elementary kids. That's rough.
That sucks.
Wait.
And see you pouring salt on the wound with calling him don't mind as well.
Oh.
God, she's great.
would Invisible Girl's costume be that she's naked? That way, that would we would.
Yes, that's her costume.
Wow. Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're
just really happy about hearing that.
I'm just like, that's her costume. She just goes out naked. That's like the easiest to put on costume ever. Wow. That just makes everything so much more simple. No complicated costume to help her powers, because her power is basically not being seen.
We get it. She's the invisible girl. It's not that... Anyway.
Alright, so you have...
So everyone's like hanging out, and then Eraserhead shows up.
Yeah, when they're all at
Is that really his name? God damn. It's a weird reference to make. But, yeah, he shows up and everyone's immediately, like, stoic and studious students of studentiness. And he still looks rough, by the way. The fucking eyes.
So, those bandages were a little bit too much, because the quote-unquote old lady got over-dramatic with her treatment. And so he announces that they're going to be having a special lesson today.
Yay! And they're going to form hero names.
Ooh, does that mean we get hero names? Do we get them so everyone else gets them?
I'm not following your logic there, Ken.
Do we get hero names because everyone else in this chapter is getting them? That's the question for this week. What would your hero name be?
Wait, what?
That's the question.
Was it?
That's the question for this week for our audience. If you had a hero name,
right, okay.
What would it be?
Yeah.
Kenchi's would be Hair Man, because he would have the power to grow hair on any surface.
Kenchi's name would be God. God Man.
Or just Kenchi. It would basically just be him. Casey would be Captain Britain.
No, it wouldn't. That exists.
I know that exists. That's what I'm referencing.
The White Wonder or something? I don't think.
The White Shadow.
Sure, why not? I go with that. Yeah, that makes sense, because I prefer the dark and stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll go with that. Alright, so basically, because of the tournament, half of the purpose wasn't for, the students to get nominated for apprenticeships to heroes once they leave school or while they're at school. I don't really know quite how that works. But they get nominated for apprenticeships, and they can then, tag along with heroes on their missions and stuff. But since they're only in the first year, that's not really a thing that they're going to do, because they're in their first year. So basically, they're gonna they're gonna accompany them for a bit on occasion, but not like a full-on apprenticeship where they just hang out with them most of the time.
It's more like interest in your future potential.
Personalized guidance counselors for everybody.
Sure. Yeah, but to do that, they need to get names that they're going to be known by, and they should probably choose well, because any name can stick if it becomes well known enough.
Yeah. So,
for example, we have been calling Deku Deku for the longest time because everyone calls him fucking Deku. Because it's stuck. Anyway. So, there is a list of the most nominated students from the class, and funnily enough, Deku isn't even in the top 10.
Tokoyami, woo!
Yay, Tokoyami! Yeah, but Deku isn't even in the top 10 despite coming top 8 in the tournament.
Because he breaks his body every time he uses his power.
Fucks himself up every time he does anything. You can't really train that guy or work with that guy.
You don't want to be stuck training that guy.
Yeah. That play. So, yeah. Todoroki and Bakugo kind of ran away with it, but Todoroki got more because he wasn't chained up and snarling at people on the podium.
I would have totally picked Bakugo if I'd been a hero. I'm like, I want that. That's what
I want
So
that.
would 3,500 other people,
Well,
so you're not alone.
They're my kind of people then. I'm like, you can keep your cool ass dual powers, Todoroki. I want passion. You didn't have any fucking passion in that fight with Bakugo. Give me Bakugo.
And Dick Laser says, those pros have no discerning eye. Just choosing those two. But, yeah.
So, fuck you, Mineta.
Yeah, let's just keep ignoring what he says.
Yeah, I don't even care. Regardless of whether you got nominations, you're going to get workplace experience. So, yeah, basically what I said. They're going to be going out into the field with heroes, whether it's going to be it's probably going to be teachers, again, just going out into the real world rather than the simulated disaster relief park thing that they were at last time.
Yeah.
That works so great.
Yeah. So, this is the reason that they need hero names, and they're going to decide them right the fuck now with no warning. So, well,
placeholder,
no warning.
Yeah, placeholder
they
names.
probably already picked them.
And he also says placeholder names are fine too.
Yeah.
So you can pick something that you're just going to replace later on. So it's not definite right now.
Yeah. And guess who comes back with a butt shot?
Not a butt shot. It's just, it's a butt shot. I didn't know what you were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't look appealing, by the way, I just want to say.
It's a costume.
Yeah, no, it just looks a little odd. Yeah, so pick a good name because you might get stuck with it and stuff, and she'll be evaluating names.
Yeah, Midnight, because that name actually surprisingly works. It's all down to names natures often agree. For example, All Might, because he has all the might.
Yeah. Well, he had all the might, now he's no might. Which also sticks and makes sense. So, first up...
Dick Laser. He's coming up with the confidence.
I cannot stop twinkling. In English.
Yeah, you're a twinkle, right?
In English, I cannot stop twinkling.
I can't believe I made that joke, but it's too fucking appropriate not to make. Come on, look at this guy.
Oh. So he gets called out that if you take out the I and abbreviate it to just a can't, it'll be easier to say. So his name would be Can't Stop Twinkling. The hero can't stop twinkling.
Why not just call himself Twinkling? That could work.
No, because he can't stop it.
Then he'd just be constantly twinkling, so he'd be twinkling.
The twinkle.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Or just Dick Laser, because that's what I'm going to call him no matter what his name actually winds up being. He's Dick Laser.
Yeah, and Acid Girl calls herself Alien Queen
Heroine
because...
of Ridley.
This pretty much just cements that the author of this is an Americanophile.
I'm down with it.
Yeah.
Alien
Not even in question anymore.
It's great. As an American, I approve.
So, T wants to go next and calls herself Froppy.
The heroine who kicks off the rainy season. It's very cute. Very friendly.
Froggy-chan's better.
Froggy.
Froggy-chan. Again, just like Dick Laser, I'm just going to call her Froggy-chan anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever, you're just changing 2 letters, so I don't think it matters what you call her.
And now we have this...
This is actually a good name.
Red Riot.
Yeah.
Kirshiva.
The hero
of hard
virility.
All right, brother, whatever you say.
Yep.
Whatever floats your boat.
Fucking virile over here. Fucking dude.
Hard and virile.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Hard and virile, you know?
Yeah, no Viagra for him, I guess.
So he got that title based off Crimson Riot. There might be a little bit of confusion there in the future, considering he just basically took another word for the color and then just put Riot.
Yeah. Basically, he's saying, please apprentice me, Crimson Riot, if you're still around. I honestly don't know.
I want to be your sidekick.
Yeah. So Deku's basically up in his own head about what his name should be. He can't pick anything of the All Might brand because he doesn't feel like he deserves it because he's all up in his own head. Again.
The names he thought of a long time ago: All Might Jr., Super Might, Mighty Boy, Mighty Man, Captain All Might, Super All Might, Mighty All Man.
All Man.
Mighty All Man.
Mighty and then All Man are two different ones, but Mighty All Man works just as fine.
All Man and the hero of super hard virility should really get along pretty well, I think.
No, Deku should just call himself Mighty Man. Mighty Man.
Actually, All Man and Twink should probably get along, but god damn it, so many gay jokes in this fucking chapter, I swear to god.
So, he's like, I can't take on any of these names because I am not like All Might at all right now.
Yeah. So, Herpaderp can't think of any good names, so Earjack suggests jamming Hui, because that's what he says in the Japanese version, which actually gets translated to Herpaderp in this translation.
So, Hui is the Herpaderp. So it's just like...
And he thinks it's a play on Hemingway. Jamming way. Get it?
Ah ha ha ha.
It is pretty funny, actually, but...
Actually, basically,
this means his name is going to translate to Herpaderp, as far as this goes. It's not...
Jamming Herpaderp, yeah. So, Earphone Jack, it's basically what we've been calling her, though Earphone's a bit clunky, so Earjack is probably better. Just saying. The Tentacle Hero Tentacle.
Creative.
Yeah.
Tentacle!
Cellophane, again.
Creative.
The taping hero.
Technically, his power is sellotape, not cellophane, so... Well, is it sellotape or is it cellophane? I don't know.
I don't know.
Next we have Tailman, the hero with the tail.
Martial arts hero, Tailman. He has martial arts?
I guess.
Other guy who we don't know anything about at all.
The sweet taste hero, Sugar Man.
I'm curious now.
I want to know what his power is.
Acid Girl calls herself Pinky this time.
Alright.
I'm okay with it. It's constantly going to remind me of the fucking demons from Doom, but whatever.
Charge Zuma!
Okay. Invisible Girl. Yeah. Chaka, Invisible Girl.
Surprised that hasn't been taken yet.
Createy.
Heroine of Creation. Showtime.
Yeah. Well, he's basically doing placeholder name thing.
Tsukuyami. That's actually really cool.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
The hero who gives a pluck. Great.
You don't need to give me more reasons to hate you, Minotaur.
He's the only one who gives a pluck, Casey. Come on.
I love that there's just an empty speech bubble right there. Just in response to that.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Get down with the grape juice.
Anima. I don't know what this guy does either.
King of Explodo Kill.
Yes.
Perfect.
And Kirishima from the background points out, what about Blaspheme Explode?
Infinity Girl picks a shitty name.
Gravity. Because
It's really terrible.
Urashaka.
It's bad.
It's bad.
It makes me think of gravy.
It does, actually, yeah. You're not wrong.
How does Oravity make you think of gravy, but gravity doesn't make you think of gravy?
It does, actually. I'm just basically constantly thinking about gravy. I really need to work on getting in shape to cover for my horrible, horrible eating habits.
I went to the gym the other day. My chest muscles hurt.
Yeah, I have some stuff to talk about on the podcast in a bit, so, yeah.
Fun.
So the only ones left are Bakugo, because King of Explodo Kills, unfortunately, does not make the cut. Ida and Deku. Well, we all know what Deku's is going to be, but Ida's actually pretty interesting as far as his logic goes. Basically, Ingenium is crippled. He can't move his legs anymore, which means his quirk is unusable. And he basically has to retire.
And his brother asked him to take up his name for him.
But he doesn't feel ready for it yet.
Yeah.
So it just goes with his name instead, just like Todoroki did. Which is... I like this. This is a good, character thing. Actually brings up a parallel between him and Deku, kind of, in a roundabout way.
All that's left is Deku. And everyone's like, whoa, that's not cool, because, man, that name's an insult, isn't it? It's not like you've been letting people call you that for the past age, for the entirety of your time that you were in this school. Well, to be fair, not everybody's been calling him Deku. So...
Yeah. Bakugo's a little bit weirded out by it. I like that face. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, so... The name he's picked is Deku.
Yay. Well, like anyone was ever going to call him anything else.
Since he's a scrub, though, I'm going to call him Deku Scrub.
I'm sure that's a reference to something,
like
probably Zelda.
Like the Legend of Zelda enemy. The Deku Scrub. It just sits there and shoots seeds at you.
I hate that.
Yeah. And in the faculty room, someone just got another recommendation.
Another nomination. And now Midoriya has one, but it's by...
Gasp. Baron of Explodo Kills.
I like that one better. So we can just call you can just shorten it to the Baron if you feel like it.
It's not too pompous, it's good.
Yeah. I mean, King is just too much. With Baron, it's just the right level of nobility.
Maybe Duke of Explodo Kills.
No, Duke is just...
Duke
is just downplaying his Explodo Kill ability. Baron's...
leader formerly known as King of Explodo Kills.
Regent of Explodo Kills.
President of Explodo Kills.
Because people chose him for his Explodo Kills.
He got all those nominations. Or...
Okay.
Emperor also works. Emperor Explodo Kill.
Emperor's a bit forceful.
Prime Minister of Explodo Kills.
The Prime Minister's always evil, so that works.
Yeah, so I'm just going to real quick note down the chapters that we're doing for One Piece because that's kind of important, because they're varied this time.
Crown Prince of Explodo Kills.
God. Okay, let's split the difference between Baron and Duke. Let's call him Earl of Explodo Kills.
Alright, alliteration as well. Alright.
Earl Explodo.
Exploding Earl.
I just like the name Explodo Kills. That's just great. I can't think of anything more accurate for Bakugo than that.
It's the only thing he won't change about his name. He's keeping that in there, so that's what he wants.
Yeah.
And I respect it.
Yeah. So, next chapter. Well, next One Piece that we're doing. We're skipping the entirety of the Orange Island arc because it's boring. And moving straight on to the first chapter, I believe, of... What was it called? Syrup Island or something? Usopp's home place.
Yeah.
Doing the introduction of Usopp, and that's pretty much it. So chapter 23 is where we're kicking things off. Because we need to acknowledge his existence. But that's all we're obligated to do, so that's what we're going to do.
You're going to acknowledge it again when we start talking about the Arlong Park, because he actually fights in that.
He does. Spends most of that fight running away, but still.
Whatever.
That's what he does.
It's a viable strategy.
So basically, the crew have just left either...
They left Buggy's Island, wherever Buggy was. They left.
Yeah, I don't know whether the fucking weird animals thing is actually part of the manga canon, but probably not. So, Nami's pissed because they need better planning.
And an actual...
Because Luffy's a moron.
And an actual boat.
Yeah, Luffy's a moron, Zoro doesn't really care, she's the only sane person on this boat.
They straight up want to go to the Grand Line like that. They have two boats lashed together. That's what they have.
In fairness, it would get through Reversal Mountain a lot easier, but yeah, that's not a great idea.
Yeah.
So, they need a plan, they need, like, more crew, they need more food, they need a cook, they need a lot of stuff that they just don't have. So, probably first and foremost, they need to get a decent ship.
And eat some meat.
Naturally. Because Luffy's a moron. Then we smash cut to Usopp doing his fucking usual thing, apparently, which is staring out over the ocean.
There's nothing like starting such a happy and refreshing day by looking at the sea. Village youngster, Usopp. Yeah.
There's a translator note as to whether the name is a reference to Aesop, as in the writer of fables.
Yeah.
Yeah, the author of The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Among others, yes. I had a book on Aesop's fables. It was pretty cool as a children's book. Yeah, so... like I said, he does his usual routine in the morning, running around town shouting, "Pirates are attacking! Pirates are attacking! Run, run, run!"
This is kind of awesome, because later in this arc, he tries this when it happens for real, and no one believes him. So
no one believes him now. Everyone's just drinking coffee.
Yeah.
There's one dude that like is like, "What, pirates?" And the other other people are like, "Oh, whatever." And one person's like, "Oh, Usopp's starting to shout again. It's that time of day. That means I have to go to work."
Yeah. So giant mob chasing him down because he's an asshole.
I liked when they flipped this and he actually needed to tell them that real pirates were coming and no one fucking believed him. I thought that was...
Yeah, that's called comeuppance for being a douche.
It's called The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yay, I fooled the whole village again, and there will be no consequences for my rash actions. Nope. No consequences for me. Not for lying Usopp. So he has a crew of little runts that will not appear in this series at all after this arc is done, thankfully. Basically, he plays ninja with the kids like fucking Naruto does. Only it's pirates this time.
Yay.
I get the feeling this might have been, like, ripped off a little bit with the Naruto thing, since this came first. But anyway. So, they're, like, being kids and stuff, yay, and then, what's his name, the third little kid that no one cares about, runs up and says, "Pirates are coming," like, no, it's funny, he's trying to be like Usopp, because he lies too. I don't like this character. Does it show?
Hey, Usopp, you're raising other kids to be liars. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a crew full of mini Usops or Kobe?
I'd go with Kobe.
Okay.
As a former habitual liar, I know how much of a pain in the arse it is for everyone around you when you lie about everything.
If
so
everybody was a liar on that ship, you would never know they're pirates.
Fair play.
You would literally, they'd just be a group of scam artists on the ocean. That's all they would be.
So basically, what the fuck was his name? Foxy or something? Basically that guy. So, yeah, there's real pirates and there's 3 of them and stuff. Let's fucking do this because there's only 3 of them. I could totally take down 3 guys. And then the crew shows up on the island. It's like, there's not much here. It's a village over there, though. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, and Usopp's there, looking over them, being all sneaky like.
This really fast. You really don't like Usopp.
Yeah, because I really don't care. Yeah. Well, this is not exactly a riveting intro either, in fairness.
Yeah.
So, there's some guys over on that ridge over there, says Zoro. They're trying to be sneaky and stuff. It's not working, though.
Yeah.
So the kids run away because they're not idiots. So, credit to them. And Usopp tries to be intimidating, saying he's the great pirate fleet leader Usopp, who is in charge of the security of this village. He's not a very good liar, is the problem. If he was, good at it, then I'd have less of a problem, I think. I'd still have a problem with it, but it would be less of a problem. But he's just a shitty liar, saying that he's the leader of a pirate fleet that is staying on an island that has no ships around it.
He's great at causing misunderstandings. One arc far into the future, he gets called God Usopp because of a series of things that happened, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, so don't attack the village because I'm super scary and stuff, and my 80 million men are not going to forget. He's basically talking about the entire population of East Blue. I just want to mention that, if not more.
And Nami basically just found out immediately because Nami
not even found out. It's like, really? This is what you're saying? Bad planning indeed. Yeah, fucking shocker. I'm a man with high self-esteem, and everyone calls me the Honorable Usopp, even though I just said they call me Captain Usopp.
What a coincidence. I am also a man with high self-esteem, and they call me God Kenshi.
So I've heard.
You know what? If you were to introduce me to somebody and they called you God Kenshi, I might believe you, but as it stands, I don't believe you.
Gonna have to work on that then.
So, basically skipping ahead to when they sort out, it was all a big misunderstanding and stuff, and they're all hanging out in the fucking diner and shit, and do we officially not care about this anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, moving on. So that's Usopp. He's annoying.
And a liar.
And he occasionally has good moments when he's Soka King, but other than that, not really.
God, Casey, you're such a quitter.
So, that was chapter... What the fuck number was that
23.
that I just closed? 23, thank you. So, now we are skipping way ahead to chapter 56.
Yeah, we have to deal with Usopp for that long.
Yeah, it's like 15, 20 chapters of Usopp. Ugh.
Yeah. 33. 30?
No, it's just like 15 or 20, and we're like halfway through Sanji's arc here.
Okay.
So this is Sanji's backstory that we're looking at now at chapter 56.
All right. Do we give background first, or just go with the backstory, or whatever?
It gives a bit of background, it looks like.
As to why this is happening, or what's happening now.
Let's sum it up briefly. Basically, they go to the ship restaurant Baratier, where Redlegs F is the head chef, a retired pirate, and Sanji is his, assistant chef or something. Basically, they want Sanji to join the crew, but then Don Krieg's pirates show up and try and take over the restaurant. Cliff Notes version.
Yes.
And they're all starving.
Other things happen, but that's basically the gist of it.
Mm.
In my mind, Sanji's recruitment has always taken, the least amount of time. But I don't remember how long it actually took.
It took a fucking while, because this was a long-ass fucking fight.
Yeah.
Don Krieg and Luffy, Sanji fought some dude named Pearl, then Luffy fought Don Krieg, then fucking Mihawk came and tore shit up, and then fought Zoro. And then Luffy fought Don Krieg again. So, this was long.
Yeah, this was when Mihawk showed up the first time. It was during this arc. Alright.
Can we read that chapter? That was awesome.
I don't know what number that is, so, I'm basically trying to find where Sanji's backstory actually starts. It's not going so well. Yeah, so pirates attacking and stuff, that's happening. Some dude with a big shield on his fucking stomach for some reason. Yeah, Pearl. Yeah. So, the restaurant is the old man's treasure, says Sanji. And he says that he already took everything else from the old man's life. This is probably around about when? No, I guess not. Still free and looking for it. It said it was chapter 56.
Oh, the power of Google.
Page 16.
16, thank you. Yeah, so. Flashback time.
Bam.
Yeah, so.
The all blue.
Cruise Obit. Whatever it's said. Cruise Obit?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a ship that Sanji was apprenticed on when he was a little kid.
Yeah, he was an apprentice chef there too. Well, a dishwasher, basically. At this point, because, he's a little kid. Yeah, so he dreams about the All Blue, a ship where all of the sea's fishes swim, so you can have amazing culinary dishes all combined together to make amazing things that no one's ever seen before and stuff. It's a chef's dream, or a sushi chef dream, at least. Not so much if you're a fan of beef or chicken, so. And everyone basically laughs at him, because it's
One
silly
day
thing.
I will find that sea.
Yeah, it's a child's dream of a place that no one has ever found.
But I'm a kid, dude. Why are you telling me not to think about it?
Theoretically, if there was an all blue, that would be right in the middle of all the different seas, because it would have to be able to have fish from every kind of sea.
I don't think the geography of the setting actually makes that possible.
It really doesn't.
So you can see why they're like, it doesn't exist.
I mean, there is literally a giant wall between
two halves of the world.
Yeah. So maybe you could get, a sea that has fish from two different seas. That's probably a thing that happens, but then again, that'd be the Calm Belt and the Grand Line, in which case it would get eaten, but they would all get eaten by sea kings. So
maybe the Sea Kings are the answer. No, I'm just kidding.
The Sea Kings are all blue. It's the Sea King's stomachs.
You open up the Sea King and it has every type of fish in it from every part of the world ever.
Do you think they've tried that? They should probably try that.
They never tried that. Watch that be the answer.
Yeah, so everyone's eating leftovers, and then, oh no, pirates show up.
Oh, well, stuff happens.
Yeah, pirates, and it's Redleg Zeph. Younger. Yay. That's a cool mustache, by the way. It's a little odd. It looks kind of like it's just coming out of his nose and not actually a mustache, but, you know, I'm cool with it.
Yeah,
It's not. Cool. This is a series for good mustaches.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
He's got a bow on each end of his mustache.
Well, you know, you got it. Presentation is like, you know, half the battle.
It's like 7/10 of the battle. You got the good presentation, you've already won.
Sure. Well, fucking Whitebeard, that's...
Yeah.
Basically exemplifies that truth. So, yeah.
This backstory continues on into the next chapter.
Yep, it continues on. So we're in chapter 57. It finishes in chapter 58, I believe. And we're pretty much just going to stop when the backstory stops because it's an interesting backstory. So it's a chef's pirate ship.
Okay.
Yeah. That fucking flag, dude.
I eat chicken. Is that what that flag is telling us?
That's basically what that's saying. Yeah.
That's the pirate equivalent version of KFC.
Yeah.
Ooh, so that sounds like an awesome idea. You should have like a fleet, and these ships should be everywhere, and they should all have the same flag. They all work for you. That's an amazing idea.
And that by proxy, that makes Seth basically this world's version of Colonel Sanders.
Why does everything?
Okay, so I'm officially calling him Colonel Sanders for the rest of this series.
Why does everything go back to KFC with you, Zero?
Because it's my life.
It's his life.
It's where I make money. It's where my dad makes money.
Oh.
KFC is in his blood, man.
It literally is at this point. I mean, he put his fucking hand in the oils and stuff.
Yeah, it's now a part of him.
Yeah.
I've got the scars to prove it.
You're fried in the Colonel's herbs and spices, Zero. It's part of you now. It's bonded with your flesh and your DNA. You are KFC.
So pirate fighting happens. It's actually really difficult to read this because pages are smaller for some reason.
Yeah, because they had a higher quality volume at the start.
Alright, so pirates are attacking and stuff.
And robbing the place.
Yeah, but in the meantime the storm is showing up and they should probably leave.
Colonel Sanders
don't give a fuck.
Colonel Sanders still needs his 11 herbs and spices. So that's why he goes and robs people in hopes of finding the 11 herbs and spices.
So, stuff happens.
Yeah, they're beating people up.
Yeah. One of the pirates tries to take some food from the ship, and Zeph is like, no, that's a rule that they apparently have, don't do that.
You do not touch other people's food.
And Sanji comes out, and he's like, fucking, I got a knife and shit, and he scratches someone with it.
Who wants to die?
You?
Yeah.
It's like, Sanji's like, you're gonna kill us all anyway, so I better kill you first.
Oh. Can't... Well, you kind of can fault the logic. They just want to rob them, not murder everyone, but...
So he gets beat up.
So, yeah. And for some inexplicable reason, he brings up All Blue again.
Because he has a dream.
Because you talk about your dreams in the show, and...
While you're biting a man's leg,
let everyone know. You won't kill me because I need to do this because it's awesome.
It's more like I need to live because I need to do this, so I'm not giving up.
Because shonen.
Yeah.
So Zeph is like, frowny face. I mean, Colonel Sanders is like, frowny face. No mistake. It'll never happen again, I promise. So he's like, you won't kill me in a place like this. I have to find all blue and stuff.
Because shonen.
Yeah, okay. So the other pirates is like, fuck it, who cares? Let's just fucking take the shit and go.
Yeah, and Sanji gets knocked off the ship, basically. Because, But wait, no! Colonel Sanders will kick down the mast for you.
He's a hero! He saved our country from flavorless fried chicken, and now he's saving Sanji's life from flavorless fried chicken.
Is there anything he can't do?
Nothing.
Can't trim his mustache, that's for sure.
Of course
Why
not.
would you want to?
Yeah.
Exactly, but he can't. See?
No, I don't.
No, I don't see. And the captain gets washed away as well, and stuff.
The colonel.
Yeah. Well, he's still a captain.
Captain Colonel.
Yeah. And they get washed up on an island with nothing on it.
A weird island with no lower level.
Well, that can happen, I believe.
So he ends up getting shipwrecked with Colonel Sanders.
Yeah. So, they're both kind of beat up because they were in a storm and, bad water and stuff and things.
And wreckage.
Yeah. Yeah, so Sanji's like, where's the ship? And Sanders is like, see that piece of wood? It's sunk. That's where the ship is now.
You ever been in the ocean?
That's what's left of it.
You ever been in the ocean, kid? That's what happens. When ships sink, they go under the water, so you can't see them.
Yeah, so both of their ships sank, but they didn't find any bodies. So...
Damn, no Etans.
Well, kind of.
We'll get to that.
Oh!
We'll get to that.
There's no fruit or animal. No fruits, no animals. If we get down there, we won't be able to climb back up. And Sanji says, I will kill you. To which Sanders says, you are the one who will die, and I will eat your body for food. Kentucky Fried Cannibalism. We talked about that
Sanji.
before.
Yeah.
Original style Sanji. I'm more partial to crispy myself.
So, yeah, we have to wait for somebody to rescue us.
Yeah, we're stuck here. Can't do anything about it, so... This is what's left of the food that we have. We should probably make it last.
Your portion is 3 times bigger than mine. Well, I'm an adult. So, yeah.
Tough city.
Something weird happened with the mic there.
So in a situation like this, we'd better be good to each other so we can survive.
Yeah. So basically they're in a what was it called? The fucking show where they split the house down the middle.
I don't know.
That's probably like every terrible sitcom ever. But yeah, basically that. They split the island down the middle. You stay on your side, I'll stay on my side. Yeah, and I just clicked the wrong button, so I went to the next chapter by accident.
It actually worked.
Yeah, so just staring at the sunset, slowly going through the food while he waits.
And I don't want to die. The name Red Leg has to end here. And then he,
bashes his own leg off, Saw style.
Yeah.
And this continues on to the next chapter.
That's gangster, Zeph.
That's resolve, in fairness. To be able to smash your own leg off with a rock.
It also is painful.
You smashed his own leg off and ate it.
Yeah. So, god damn it, I keep clicking the next chapter by accident. Right.
Use the control right. That works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, big, empty ocean. We're still trapped here.
We are
Waiting
super trapped.
for days. Yeah. No food for 5 days.
So Sanji gets the brilliant idea to split it into 20-day portions. Just enough to survive, and then he can drink the water from the rain basin.
Yeah, so... that's also resolve, in fairness. Because having all of that food right there, but basically almost starving yourself constantly.
Yeah, it's... No hunger, just punching himself over and over again, trying to conquer it.
Yeah. Whew. Because this is like... for a lot of people, I imagine this is like at least in the top 10 worst ways to die. At least.
Yeah. To be stranded. And just slowly die of starvation.
It's been 3 days just watching the ocean.
Day 5, it starts raining. Sees a ship, but he can't light a fire because it's too wet.
Yeah. So, can't do anything about it. And it's gone.
And then 20 days later, he managed to survive for 25 days in that.
Yep, he is literally just out of food.
And he's thinking about the leftovers.
Yep. The leftovers that he told the crew to stop eating because it wasn't necessary.
Yeah. He realizes
he feels like a schmuck.
And he realizes the importance of food and to not leave anything left.
This is a really sad story. But it's really great for setting up character strength and fortitude of the mind for having gone through something like this.
50 days.
And being able to survive
Oh my god, 70 days. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's maybe a little much.
He has water. That's the thing. He has water.
That doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah. I don't know how he's managed to survive this long either.
Because shonen.
Yeah, basically. Well, there are, like, trees on the island.
There are?
It looked like it.
No, there aren't. It's a rock. It is basically a giant rock.
It's a very shapely rock, I guess.
Yeah.
So...
at this point, he's going kind of insane.
Yeah. I'm gonna kill him and take his food. Because he still has that knife for some reason. Yeah, basically, Sanji's pretty much gone insane. He's gonna take the food, and if Sanders tries to stop him, Sanji will try and kill him, because if he doesn't, then he'll die.
Anyway.
Basically.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So, basic survival instinct is telling him he has to do this.
So he goes towards the bag and opens it, and there's not food in there. It's treasure.
Treasure. Pirate swag.
I may have many treasures, but I can't eat them.
So Sanji asks a pertinent question here. What about the food? How could you survive if you didn't have any food? And yes, he ate one of his legs, but 70 days.
Portioned it out, man.
That's depressing. That's horrifying. You cut your own leg off and ate it, and then you had to save the leg you needed to eat to survive and eat it for 70 days straight. Or whenever he ran out of leg.
That's another thing. It's not like he has preservatives or anything on that leg.
That's why he doesn't look like he's in the greatest shape right now.
I think that might have more to, starving himself
that leg
to death and then starving himself more.
That leg wasn't fresh, man. That leg was gone. That was some gamey-ass leg.
Colonel Sanders gave Sanji all of his food. Without a leg, he can't be a pirate anymore.
Have you ever heard of pegs, Sanji? Of course he can be a pirate. You don't need the leg to be a pirate.
Yeah.
Sanji's basically saying, why did you save me? And Zeph is like, we share the same dream.
Yeah.
Seeing the all blue. Very kindred spirit moment. It's, if this situation hadn't arisen, nothing would have happened. Like, Zeph would have gone his own way and kept being a pirate. Sanji would have kept dreaming. Probably never would have actually gone out to search for All Blue.
Yeah. So, he says the All Blue does exist.
He's sure of it. But without his leg and having lost his crew, he doesn't want to be a pirate anymore. But because Sanji is there and they share a dream, maybe he can carry it on for him.
This is a very...
And that's why he gave him all the food.
This is a very strong motivation for a character. This is a really good backstory.
Mm-hmm. It is. I mean, you could even take this into dark places and make his drive almost fanatical in trying to find the Old Blue to make some of this have a point to it.
Yeah. Because...
Thankfully, the author didn't go in that direction, because that would have been a little weird. But instead, he makes it a drive to constantly keep people fed, because he knows what it's like to starve, and then starve, and then starve some more.
Yeah. And how precious food is.
Mm. So, basically they've now bonded over their miserable circumstances. And Zeph says he thinks it'd be great to have a restaurant on the sea. Which, again, basically goes into the situation of, we were in the middle of nowhere with nothing to eat. Wouldn't it be great if people could just have somewhere to go in the middle of nowhere to get something to eat?
And to be fair, that's a pretty awesome idea. I mean, you would have to keep a lot of food supplied on that ship. That restaurant ship. But, yeah, trade routes and everything, having a little outpost like that for people to get food would be pretty crucial.
Yeah, so that ship that Sanji saw like 3 days into the fucking being marooned, that ship came back because, hey, I heard noises here 3 months ago.
Yeah.
You are the worst person in the world. Is this the first you're telling anyone of this? Yeah, that rock over there? Yeah, we passed that during that storm. I thought I heard something over there. Let's go check it out.
It took them 3 months to turn around and be like, oh, wait.
The second I could form a fist after my hunger would left me and I could form a half-decent fist, I would have punched the guy who said that in the throat.
Should I go back?
Yeah, so day 85, and at this point, the fact that he's not dead is either due to shonen power or his it's probably just shonen because his body would be basically tearing down his muscles at this point to eat
his muscles are gone at this point.
Yes,
all of them.
Yeah, he's literally on the edge of death. So yeah, Sanji finishes his story about how Colonel Sanders ate his leg and gave me all the food so that I can survive. Kentucky Fried Leg.
So that's pretty much Sanji's backstory, and that was the important bit of that arc that we were going to do. Next time we're probably going to come back and do the Arlong arc.
And hopefully we'll have Sliceness with us, because I wanted him to read that a lot, and...
He has, but, you know...
He has.
It should be fun to get his reaction. Yeah, he read it already. He talked about how he basically marathoned the series for a long time.
I want his feedback on that arc. I want to know where he got hooked. Hooked on phonics.
Alright. So yeah, that was chapter 56 through 58. Just need to write that down real quick, and then we can get to comments. Which I believe there weren't that many of this week, so it's going to be quick. I should have pulled this up earlier. Oh well. NBD. There it is. Okay. So. Comments. Top comments. News first. There we go. Okay, I stand corrected. There were quite a few. Steven says, Bakugo brushing his teeth has to be my favorite moment.
It's so great.
It's pretty good. Fucking bacteria die. He does everything in his life with an absurd intensity. If I had a cannon, I would load it up with nasty crap and arc shots onto people at the beach. That's mean.
But also hilarious.
I'm down with it.
But mostly just mean.
You're just saying that because you don't have a cannon to shoot people at the beach with.
If I had a cannon, I wouldn't shoot it at the beach. We're going to answer those questions later. Don't worry about it. Tierson W, new commenter. Hello, unless you've changed your name. I saw Zero's joke about Buggy's love of cannons coming from a mile away. Buggy loves cannons and bitches love cannons, therefore Buggy must be a bitch. Was that the point of your joke, Zero?
Maybe. Probably,
no, yeah. It wasn't. You just wanted to use an abridged reference.
It was.
Yeah. At least that's what I was thinking. To answer your question, I already have a cannon. It's my penis, and I would shoot it at women, but women don't like me. Probably because I refer to my penis as a cannon.
And I have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old who knows swear words, apparently. To which I replied to this comment and said, ha ha, dingly parts.
Yep.
Yeah, he also says that was a stupid comment, you don't have to read it. It was a stupid comment, but it was pretty funny.
Yeah,
so.
I know. It was really... because I have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old.
Kind of. Says, Bakugo moment, the awarding ceremony.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's my favorite Bakugo moment. It just solidified that I love that character.
Putting the metal between his teeth. I'd shoot a cannon at tall buildings that can fall down spectacularly. I'd get bored fast, though, I imagine. I'm not really interested in cannons.
Blasphemy.
Blasphemy!
Yeah, it really is awkward when you read the comments without context. Doesn't matter now. Referring to when I read the comments before, and I had no idea what most people were saying because they didn't, timestamp anything, so I didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah, by the way, still do that. Timestamp what you think, what you're referencing, because we don't know. Seriously.
So, Ryu Hitsia 21, super One Piece update. I'm at 700. I finished Punk Hazard not too long ago. I have no more hatred for you guys, just love for all but one of you. Which one? Which one?
It's one of you.
Me.
It's one of you.
He doesn't like me.
Everyone
he
loves
doesn't
me.
like me. Ryu Hitsia doesn't like me. That's what I've determined.
As long as it's not me.
He likes everybody except for me.
Okay.
I don't like Ryu Hitsia. don't like me.
Probably why he doesn't like you. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
He doesn't like me,
it's
so
a
I'm not
vicious
going to like
cycle.
him.
You want him to like you so bad.
Everybody likes me. Everybody.
Now I begin the current arc, Dressrosa, and I need something new to binge read after I catch up. And when I do catch up, hello darkness, my old... Buggy's love of cannons can only mean one... I'm assuming something went wrong there. Buggy's love of cannons can only mean one thing. He was born from a cannon, or he was maintenance on cannons aboard you-know-whose ship. Voldemort was a pirate?
I hope he was referring...
That's a crossover I've ever heard one.
No, it's not. It's not a crossover. No one do this.
It would be pretty terrible. Let's be real about this.
It'd be hilarious, though. Or maybe he just wants to see the world burn. Because Clown, because Joker.
God, Voldemort being a pirate. Ah, matey. Doesn't quite have the right sound to it, no.
Please stop.
Or maybe he just wants to see the world burn. Best Bakugo moment has to be tied between his face when he got third in the obstacle race.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Or when he and Hardbody became bros in the cavalry battle. Cavalry battle. You spelled it wrong. So much rage in that kid. And cannon. Oh, ass cannon. That is all.
You?
Yeah, kind of. Super luck and plus ultra to you guys, except for this season. You.
I think it's Friend Zero.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a abridged reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Zero, when you were acting all sad about me Hitsy not liking you, and you were like, everyone likes me, I was thinking about the song from The Simpsons what Mo sang, like, Mo, Mo, Mo. Nobody likes me.
How do you like me? How do you like me? Mo, Mo, Mo.
Nobody.
Why don't you like me? Nobody likes me. Zero's Mo. Lockman says, I don't really keep up with My Hero Academia. Forgive this wayward heathen. I apologize. As for cannons, the better question would be where I wouldn't fire my cannon.
That's actually a pretty good answer. I'm going to upvote that.
Ethan says, my favorite Bakugo moment is probably still the part where he just calls all of his classmates side characters. They should bow down to the main character.
That's good.
As for my canon, I have a number of cows on my place that are not mine and that fuck up my stuff. That should be fun.
Ethan, what is your problem with cows? We've been through this before. He said something about this before. Like when we were talking about cows, how they might like
He hates cows with furious passion.
He hates them. It's kind of hilarious. Slicer doesn't hate cows.
You should watch that scene in Twister where one of them gets taken by a tornado. It's kind of hilarious. Just don't watch the rest of the film because it's terrible.
My mom loves that movie.
It's really bad.
My mom loves disaster movies, and that's like her favorite.
So, have you ever gotten caught in a tornado before? Please tell me you didn't tie yourself to a pipe with belts and hope it protected you.
I've lived in Texas, and Arkansas. So there were a lot of tornadoes around me, but none actually hit my house. One of my friends once told me that they were in a tornado, and what they did was they opened all the windows and it just kind of went through their house, and they were able to make it through it.
That's also a pretty terrible idea because that would make a wind tunnel.
Yeah, all the windows and doors and everything, and apparently they survived because they were talking to me. So. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Tornadoes are not fun.
No. I imagine not. This chapter was absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, you guys said pretty much everything I was going to comment on, so meh. Huh. Kenshi is right. That is what the burglars were back then. I can still remember the sprite. I never knew that. I can... Timestamps, please.
Thief pig thing.
The thief pig.
On its face.
Yeah, thief pig. Learn something new.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Thief pig.
Learn something new every day. Go thief pig. I would read the hell out of that. For some reason, my image of this is just some guy coming home and finds the pig that has unhinged his jaw and is trying to put his TV in its stomach like a snake, and it just freezes and looks at him for a moment before continuing to slide it inside. What the fuck is your imagination, bro?
Thing is just swallowing stuff to steal it. Oh, that's true. Stretching of the stomach.
If you want to see why naval combat isn't really a thing for the Straw Hat crew, go look up the Sonny's Go Gown Cannon. No, I'm cool, thanks. If they started out as mercenaries, they would still end up being pirates, at least criminals, when Luffy goes and tries to save Ace. Probably. Yeah? Doesn't really excuse, the whole being pirates up until that point, though. Did I fuck my Pokemon turn order up? Shit. And I blame D&D Green Text for picking up that abbreviation of Natural 20. I don't know what the abbreviation was.
Nat 20.
But, oh yeah, that's... No. Don't call it that. Natural 20. It is a big moment. It is supposed to be said grandly, with zeal and gusto.
Natural 20!
Natural 20!
Yeah!
Thing.
I'm of the mindset that if you get a natural 20, you pretty much will almost always succeed spectacularly. So if you guys ever roll one, you're going to...
I think the point of natural 20s is you always succeed.
Yeah, but there are some cases in which getting a natural 20 will actually screw you over or cause you to not succeed.
Well, you'll succeed at what you're doing. Whether what you're doing is the right thing to do or not is a different matter entirely.
Also, there are some situations in which it's even impossible, even if you get a natural 20, because,
Yeah. Like, for example, I dive headfirst into this pit of spikes. Natural 20! Yay! I died. Oh.
It looked cool.
Yeah.
Well, at least I did a somersault on the way down. That was...
You rolled a natural 20 in your acrobatics check to look cool while going down. So everybody is amazed, and all the enemies around you are stunned for 1d4 plus 1 rounds.
A couple of the, goblins or whatever you're fighting just hold up signs with 10 on them or something. Those 3 days were entirely devoted to the D&D Green Text and traditional gaming subreddit. Oh, right. I just spent 3 days with just my phone and internet connection and nothing to do. Those 3 days were entirely devoted to the D&D Green Text and traditional games subreddits.
Yeah.
Go look up Ninja Bridge. It's the guy that does the old Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series. So, Little Kurobo, I guess.
Yeah, I saw that. It's not updated anymore, really, but it's funny.
Naruto is ADD as fuck, Sakura is useless as ever, Sasuke speaks entirely in monotones, and Kakashi is David Bowie. It's good even if it doesn't update often. That just mostly sounds like regular Naruto. That's crazy.
No, it doesn't. Kakashi's not cool enough in real Naruto to be David Bowie.
He's really not, but Naruto is absolutely ADD, and Sasuke does speak mostly in monotone. Neelan says, favorite favorite Bakugo moment would have to be the awarding ceremony. I haven't really seen anybody doing what he did. Yeah, that was a new one, I gotta say. The one where he brushes his teeth, that leads me to wonder, does he do all his activities with the same aggression? Stuff like doing his homework, or ironing his clothes.
Die, you stupid math problem!
These wrinkles need to get the fuck out of my clothes! God, this trash can fucking smells! That's kind of me, though, sometimes, so I don't really blame him for that. But, yeah.
This microwave's taking too long.
God, I almost blew up my microwave today. Cooking food. I didn't realize that it had, some of the tinfoil had ripped when I was using it on the oven setting. So it was just sitting in there for 15 seconds. I was, what's that noise? Turn around. Oh, okay. Start the microwave. Pull that out.
Oh, my cousin one time, she was young, but she was at the age where, when I was her age that she was when this happened, I could have made food. So I take out, a can of ravioli, and I really don't want to make it for her because I'm being really lazy today. And I'm like, you know how to make this? She's like, yeah. I'm like, cool, I'm going to go do something. So I walk out of the room and come back in, and the can. Well, I hear the microwave start, so I'm like, huh. I gave her a bowl, by the way. I gave her a bowl. I'm like, to make this? She's like, yeah. So I leave and come back in, and I hear the microwave going, like, huh, she must be, she's doing all right. Come back in a minute later, she's like sitting on the counter eating the ravioli out of a can. And I'm like, you didn't put that in the microwave, did you? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, why are you still alive then?
Yeah.
That was lucky. That was really lucky.
Yeah.
There are some things you shouldn't put in the microwave, including your phone, a crab. Crabs always explode. Marshmallows. Do not put marshmallows in the microwave.
Did you say a crab?
Yes. There was once this show on TV, and it was this British show, and there was these people that they would do all these different weird, like, science stuff, because screw you, it's science, and we can do whatever the heck we want. And they had this whole section where they would put random stuff in the microwave and just blow it up. It's great.
Huh. Okay. Anyway, I might use the cannon to make money by taking it out to the beach and letting people fire
That's
it.
a good idea.
That's a very mercenarial approach to it, but I'll give you credit for it. That's going to make some money. You might get stopped by the police or something at some point, but,
Yeah.
You guys seriously need to write the story of the hero who can grow hair. Oh,
Yes!
Ken, please write this story, or at the very least do a one-shot and post it somewhere, maybe on Space Battles. After hearing so much about it from Ken and Zero, I just want to read this. This might just be your magnum opus. Come on, guys, don't let the time spent by Zero's family members on creating villains go to waste.
I'm not putting this shit on Space Battles, alright? I'm selling it. I'm making money from this. This is going to be in circulation.
Hairman! And then the arch-villain skinhead who cannot grow hair at all, and any attempts to grow hair on him does not work, because he was born with the inability to grow hair on any surface.
One of Skinhead's power
So
spells is to take the hair off.
Basically, he's Morgan Freeman from Unbreakable, only with hair.
Essentially. So you can attempt to grow hair on him or just try to stop him with it, but it will just not affect him. And he is Hairman's greatest nemesis.
Yeah, you trick him by, growing hair on his clothes instead, but then he decides to go naked all the time, and you just made the situation way worse than it needed to be.
He expands his power with an anti-hair field. So then around, 10 meters around him, no hair can be grown, so you're like, well, how do I defeat him? You have to come up with all these clever hair tactics.
One of his supervillain plots is to expand his anti-hair field around the entire world so no one can grow hair around the world. and Hairman has to stop. Damn it, this is great!
The story's writing it so! Yeah, and then there was Razor, and then his daughter Tweezer.
Okay, seriously, I need you to make a list of these things and send them to me, because I think I might actually be able to make something of this and make money off of it. People will buy it. These kids will buy anything.
I will write this list in the chat right now.
Okay, so questions that we asked. What's your favorite Bakugo moment?
The award ceremony. Not even close.
Yeah, the award ceremony. The award ceremony and the brushing the teeth are the greatest I've seen Bakugo yet.
Baron of Explodo kills.
That's your favorite?
King of Explodo kills might be better. Yeah, I'm going to go with King of Explodo kills. It just really sums up the character more than any other moment.
Alright then.
Because you have the arrogance and, the really, scarily intense thing that he has with, aggression. And that he likes to explode stuff. It's pretty much just sums up the character, more or less. And where would you fire a cannon?
I would put the cannon in the back of my dad's pickup truck so I could drive around. And whenever I saw something I wanted to shoot, I could just shoot it.
you do realize firing a cannon is a pretty intensive process. You need to like clean it out and then, put the gunpowder in, and put the cannonball in, light the fuse.
In the back of your truck, you can use it to clear off traffic.
Oh god.
Yeah, no one's gonna hold up traffic when there's a cannon going off around them.
Even though you'll probably just make traffic worse.
If I can see the front of the traffic jam, I can just load up the cannon and take aim and shoot at the front of the traffic jam. There, no more traffic jam.
Here you go.
Hero?
If I had a cannon, I would probably... I like the idea of having people pay money to fire it, because money is great. But at the same time, that requires the effort of cleaning it out, which I'm going to have to deal with anyways. I briefly considered putting it on a ship to start my own miniature pirate crew, but I'm not in the world of One Piece, so that won't work out as well.
You can still have pirates.
Yeah. So, most likely, with my cannon, I would just fire it for the sake of firing it. I mean, there's no reason to not fire it. I would just fire it out into nowhere. If there's somebody I don't like, hey, I have a cannon, just look into this real quick, make sure it's working properly, fire. Mostly it would just be firing it up in the air, though, just because I would like to hear the boom.
I would probably fire a cannon into a wall that could entirely take the impact with no, discernible marks or impact spots or anything. It would just take the entirety of the impact and bounce the cannonball off.
Why?
Because that would make the most impressive sound ever. It would be like a super gong. Be great.
You need a wall made of rubber.
That would be terrible. It needs to be a solid surface.
It needs to be Luffy rubber.
You're Luffy rubber.
The most durable rubber of any kind. Luffy rubber.
Anyway, so yeah, that was questions for last week. So our questions for this week are: what would your hero name be?
And
pardon me.
For One Piece, if you were a pirate, what would your backstory be? How would you introduce yourself? What would be your ideal introduction as a pirate?
And no dragons or wolves or anything or white hair.
Not backstory. We might do backstory at another point. We're not doing it this week.
But introduction.
How would you introduce yourself as a pirate? So you've got Sanji doesn't really have one. Usopp's, hey, I am the great pirate Captain Usopp, and I have 80 million followers or whatever bullshit he spouts. And you have Luffy's, I'm going to be the pirate king, etc. So what would be your introduction? Your, hey, here I am, I'm badass speech.
If anyone steals the Captain Jack Sparrow thing, you get an internet backhand from yours truly.
You realize people are just going to say that so that they can get an internet backhand from yours truly.
Why would anyone be that masochistic?
They want your attention and
because it's you.
That's a good point.
Mm.
I am me. And me is great.
Okay. So yeah, that's the episode this week. So we're going to be back next week. Hopefully we'll have Slicer back. His state's internet is literally laughable at this point. They should probably do something about that. Because it's not just Slicer, it's the entirety of the state that is having these kind of problems.
Yeah.
And apparently both of the internet providers for that state are saying, yeah, we could fix the internet, but it's not really in our business model to, give internet to our customers. Yeah, these are not good businessmen. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get him back sometime soon.
So send Slicer all your hugs and kisses.
Yeah. Be nice guys.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Nintendo just put up a trailer for Sonic Boom, Fire and Ice, and immediately it's got 82 likes and 57 dislikes. Sonic Boom, the game.
That's not surprising. This is also not the podcast. So this is pretty much the end of Manga Reflux this week, so we're going to be back next week with more stuff, and we're going to be doing the Along Park arc in One Piece, and obviously Hero Academia and stuff. So, thanks for listening. We'll be back next week.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.